Welcome, have a nice day. Today is Saturday, 28th of September 2024. This day is celebrated as World Rabies Day. It is observed on 28th September every year to make people aware of the prevention regarding the rabies and to highlight the progress in defeating this horrifying disease. International Day for Universal Access to Information IDUAI 2022 is observed on 28th of September every year. From the history point of view, in 1924, on this day, first flight around the world. Some 175 days later, on September 28, three of the biplanes and the 6 men aboard became the first to circumnavigate the Earth by air. Starting the news were analysts with the news of the Hindu status that Zelensky and Trump meet amid tensions over Ukraine conflict. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, Republican presidential nominee, former U.S. President Donald Trump meeting on September 27, 2024. Ukrainian President seeks just peace as former U.S. President and says he maintains good relations with both Russia and Ukraine. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky met former U.S. President Donald Trump on Friday, September 27, 2024 morning in New York. After simmering tensions between the two politicians over divergent views on resolving the Russia-Ukraine war, the recent U.S. assistance to Ukraine had cast doubt on whether the meeting would take place. Rajiv Gandhi National University of Law students rally against VC's girls' hostel inspections, sexist remarks, and safety concerns. Students protested at Rajiv Gandhi National University Law. Students at the Rajiv Gandhi National University of Law in Patiala, Punjab, are staging an indefinite sit-in protest to demand the author of VC, Dr. Jaishankar, saying the university administration has denied all allegations. Student-led protests have mirrored activity at the Rajiv Gandhi University of Law (RGNUL) in Patiala, Punjab, after VC Professor Jaishankar Singh allegedly entered the girls' hostel without prior notice, violating their privacy. Students regard this incident as the last straw in the series of the grievances that, in their view, have caused the VC to lose their mandate, leading to an indefinite sit-in protest that began on Sunday, September 22, 2024. Their demands include strengthening campus security, establishment of Student Association for improved representation, and implementation of the comprehensive academic reforms. Russia's geopolitical pivot to Asia, a new India chapter. The core feature of today's geopolitical maneuvers is that they have both Eastern and Southern implications. The Ukrainian crisis has become a major incentive for Russia's turn to India, but there are hurdles in the bilateral engagement. In 2022, Moscow cut its economic ties with Europe and made a U-turn to Asian countries. As a result of this move, the knot of neoliberal interdependence between Russia and Europe became undone costs to the global economy. Going to the Hindustan Times newspaper states that Netanyahu closes doors for the peace, promises intensified attacks in Gaza, Lebanon. Netanyahu addresses the 79th United Nations General Assembly in New York. Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu shut down prospects for the peace in both the threats of war in West Asia on Friday, as he declared to the United Nations General Assembly that his country will intensify operations against Hezbollah in Lebanon until group's capacities are degraded and continue its offensive against Hamas in Gaza until achieving total victory. Netanyahu addresses a claim aimed at overwhelming criticism of Israel at the United Nations, which is derided as a swamp of anti-Semitic bile and a house of darkness. As he took the podium, delegates from the several countries walked out, leaving the hall mostly empty, as stark contrast to the solidarity and pro-Palestinian sentiments displayed during the Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas' speech the previous day. In a belligerent and angry speech, Netanyahu accused Iran of triggering a seven-front war against Israel and recounted Hamas's October 7, 2023 attacks that left 1,200 dead and over 250 hostages abducted. Disregarding global public opinion and the peace proposal is pushed by Israel's closest ally, The US Netanyahu made no mention of the thousands of lives lost and humanitarian suffering caused by the Israelis' offensive in the Gaza. He also ignored the three-step ceasefire proposal mediated by Egypt and Qatar, and the recent US-France 21-day ceasefire proposal aimed at escalating conflict with the Lebanon. Brahmos Aerospace announces job reservation for Agnivirus. Development comes days ahead of the assembly elections in Haryana, where the scheme has met with stiff opposition. The Indo-Russian joint venture Brahmos Aerospace Private Limited, which manufactures the Brahmos supersonic cruise missile, has reserved a raft of vacancies for Agnivirus recruited under the Agnipath scheme in various departments, including the technical, general administration, and security. And it will also encourage its industry partners to hire such soldiers who are released after 4 years of service. Constitution's relevance lies in its flexibility. Chief Justice of India D.Y. Chandrachud on Thursday emphasized that the enduring relevance of Indian Constitution, attributing its longevity to its flexibility and sensitivity to evolving needs of its people. Going towards the economy of the country from the business point of view, National Stock Exchange defers go live in T+0 settlement cycle. Same day or T+0 rolling settlement cycle in the equity segment on an optional basis was introduced from March 28. The NSE on Friday said it has deferred go-live trading in T+0 same-day rolling settlement in the capital market segment for the custodial participants. The revised date shall be communicated via a separate circular, NSE said in a circular. Raju Jain's GQG, a partner, settlers US SEC a charge with a $5 million penalty. The market value of the GOG's investment in Adani companies has multiplied in the last 1 year. The SEC charges against Florida-based GQG partners, a recognized investment advisor, for entering into agreements with the candidates for employment and a former employee that made it more difficult for them to report potential securities law violations to the SEC. First tranche of disbursements in textile PLI likely to begin this fiscal. India's textile and garments exports have stagnated at around $35 billion, while Vietnam and Bangladesh have gained a market share supported by free trade agreements (FTAs) and least developed country (LDC) status, which provide a 10 to 15% duty concession in Western countries. Scheme was launched in 2021 with a budgetary outlay of Rs 10,683 crore. India's forex reserves swell $2.83 billion to a new high of $692.296 billion. Expressed in the dollar terms, for the foreign currency assets include the effect of appreciation or depreciation of the non-United States units like the euro, pound, and yen held in the foreign exchange reserves. Gold reserves increased by $726 million to $63.613 billion during this week, the RBI said. Going towards the world news, including Brazil's top court of finance acts before allowing service to resume. California apologizes for slavery and its lingering effect on the black Americans under the new law. All you need to know about the world's first ever 3D printed hotel in Texas. US to conclude military mission in Iraq by 2025 under the New Deal. Tunisia's court loses electoral power ahead of the presidential vote. 40 dead across the 4 states as Hurricane Helene ravages southeast. US rescue efforts continue. Going to the science and tech, IIA researchers find evidences of the interaction between a radio jet and interstellar gas. The Department of Science and Technology said this finding challenges the hypothesis that only large and massive galaxies jets which regulate star formation host AGN powered by massive black holes. Department of Science and Tech said the finding challenged the hypothesis that only large and massive galaxies jets which regulate star formation host AGN powered by massive black holes. Researchers from the Indian Institute of Astrophysics (IIA) have found evidence of an interaction between a radio jet emitted from a special kind of galaxy called the active galactic nuclei and the surrounding interstellar medium. This interaction has been detected for the first time in a dwarf galaxy situated at a distance of about 40 million light years. A radio jet is a material that is pivoted from the center of some galaxies almost at the speed of the light and sends out strong radio waves. Health Ministry releases a revised operational guidelines and a training and manual of non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. The guidelines focus on the health promotion and early detection, which are important for ensuring the patients with the NAFLD receive timely and appropriate care. These documents are designed to improve the patient care and outcomes related to NAFLD through the informed evidence-based practices. Non-alcoholic fatty liver disease (NAFLD), which is now recognized as a major non-communicable disease, is emerging as an important cause of liver disease in India. Warned the Health Ministry on Friday, September 27, 2024, while releasing the revised operational guidelines and training module of NAFLD. The ministry added that while non-communicable disease NCDs are accounting for more than 66% of the deaths in the country, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease could be assuming a silent epidemic with a cumulative prevalence ranging from 9 to 32%, depending on the age, gender, age of residence, and a socio-economic status. Out of 10%, 1 to 3% will have a fatty liver or related disease, said the ministry in its release. Joint research by MIT and US universities led to discovery of the new genetic brain disorder, Manipal Academy of Higher Education. This discovery sheds light on the disorder that causes users developmental delay, decreased muscle tone, and affects the myelination, a process vital for protection and insulation of nerves in the brain. In a scientific breakthrough, a collaborative research team led by the Dr. Anju Shukla from the Kasturba Medical College and Manipal Academy of the Higher Education, Dr. Stephanie Bildas from the University of Michigan in the United States, and Dr. Kausar Pedeth from the University of Pittsburgh in the United States has identified a new genetic disorder linked to a defect in the EPB41L3 gene. This discovery, published in the scientific journal Brain, sheds light on a disorder that causes users developmental delay, decreased muscle tone, and defects in myelination, a process vital for the protection and insulation of nerves in the brain. Climate conscious architecture of old Madras. The state's buildings addressed a dual predicament of how to stay cool during the unforgiving heat while coping with the heavy seasonal rains. Centuries before it became a metropolis, Madras was a cluster of settlements like Myalapur, Triplicane, and later Georgetown. These settlements emerged from the interplay of sea, rivers, and wetlands, and their inhabitants contending with a challenging climate. A cycle of hot, humid summers followed by torrential monsoon rains. Across the millennia, Madras developed an architecture that indigenously addressed this dual predicament: how to stay cool during the unforgiving heat while coping with the heavy seasonal rains. More than $800 million pledged for Mpox response, African CDC says. A patient infected with the monkeypox shows lesions on his body at the treatment center in Kamituga, South Kivu province in the east of the Democratic Republic of Congo on September 20, 2024. Africa has seen over 32,000 suspected Mpox cases, including 840 deaths so far this year, according to the Africa CDC data. Over $800 million has been pledged to the African Centers for Disease Control and Prevention for its fight against the surging Mpox outbreak on the continent, the agencies had said on Thursday, September 26, 2024, adding that the amount was higher than the expected. It had previously promised to raise $600 million against Mpox, which was declared a global health emergency in mid-August. after a new strain began spreading from the Democratic Republic of Congo in the neighboring countries. Did not manufacture drugs flagged in CDSCO reports as the leading pharma companies. The drugs taken as samples by the Central Drug Standard Control Organization and found to be not of standard quality, while counterfeits, several pharma companies have said. Drug companies including Sun Pharma and Torrent Pharma on Thursday, September 26, 2024, termed the medicines flagged in the Central Drug Regulatory Authority's report as a counterfeits and not manufactured by them, while asserting that their products conform to the quality standard. The CDSCO, Central Drug Standard Control Organization, has listed samples of more than 50 drugs including paracetamol, Pan-D, calcium and vitamin D3 supplements, and anti-diabetes pills as not of standard quality in its latest report. Last, there is a famous quotation said by a famous scientist, APJ Abdul Kalam, whose full name was Ol Pakir Jainullaabdin Abdul Kalam. Birth anniversary 15th of October 1931 up to 27th of July 2015. Was an Indian aerospace scientist, statesman who served as 11th President of the India from 2002 to 2007. Born and raised in a Muslim family in Rameshwaram, Tamil Nadu, he studied physics and aerospace engineering. He spent the next 4 decades as a scientist and a science administrator, mainly at the Defense Research and Development Organization, DRDO, and Indian Space Research Organization, ISRO, and was intimately involved in the India's civilian space program and military missile development efforts. He thus came to be known as the Missile Man of India for his work on the development of ballistic missile and launch vehicle technology. He also played a pivotal organizational, technical, and political role in the India's Pokhran second nuclear test in 1998, first since the original nuclear test by India in 1974. Kalam was elected as the 11th President of India in 2002 with the support of the both ruling party, Janata Party, and then the opposition Indian National Congress, while he referred as the People's President. He returned to his civilian life of education, writing, public service. After a single term, he was a recipient of the several prestigious awards, including Bharat Ratna, India's highest civilian honor. While delivering a lecture at the Indian Institute of Management, Shillong, Kalam collapsed and died from an apparent cardiac arrest on 27th of July 2015 at the age of 83. Thousands, including the national level dignitaries, attended the funeral ceremony held in his hometown of Rameshwaram, while he was buried with a full state of honors. The 11th President of India, Mr. Kalam, preceded by K.R. Narayan and succeeded by Pratibha Patil. During the Prime Minister of Atal Bihari Vajpayee and Manmohan Singh, from the 25th of July 2002 to the 25th of July 2007, Kalam was the 11th President of India. He says a very famous quotation says that it is very easy to defeat someone, but very difficult to win someone. Okay, thank you.